Oh yeah, according to you guys, that means I mean fucking business. I actually had a ton of fun making the quarterback tier list, and I had more fun reading the comments even. And I know I stressed it at the beginning of last video, and clearly it just wasn't enough, but guys, these are my opinions. I'm doing this for entertainment reasons. I'm doing this because I love you guys. Yes, I have ridiculous and outlandish takes, but that's who I am. The reason I'm stressing it is because I had a guy come into my Discord after the quarterbacks video. He left me like a 3-page fucking paragraph in the middle of the lobby, all capitals, calling me stupid, saying I'm mentally challenged, I need to seek help. Told me he wanted to unsub to me after that video, this and that. You know exactly who you are. Brother, if you get that mad over my opinions on an NFL quarterback, I encourage you to unsubscribe, honest to God. Like that literally takes the fun out of making these videos for me. That makes me not want to make these videos anymore. Knowing that I'm making somebody that upset, that makes me not want to work anymore. Anyway, what is up guys? Today we are going to be doing another NFL tier ranking list, except this time it's going to be with the running backs of the league. I have the exact same ladder I had set up for the quarterbacks. We have garbage at the bottom, not ideal, solid, above average, and then of course, elite! Again guys, these are my own thoughts, these are my own opinions. With that being said, let's get into the official WyattzWorld 2020 NFL running back tier list. Alright, it looks like we're starting off with the GOAT himself, Adrian Peterson. I'm going to go ahead and put him in not ideal. He's not garbage. We saw that this year, even though he's 36, 37 years old, he can still play if he needs to be, but let's be honest, Adrian Peterson is your #1 back right now. Not an ideal situation. Next, we got Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to go ahead and put him right by Adrian Peterson, man. I know Le'Veon Bell can still be good if he wants to be good, but he hasn't really done anything since he left the Steelers. He either is or he's about to be 30 years old, I'm pretty sure, which as a running back, that's like the end of their career. Alright, up next we got Chris Carson. He is a very solid running back in my opinion. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm going to go ahead and put him solid as well. He was a rookie, he had a good showcase this year. He could show us a little bit more next year, that'd be phenomenal, but I think he did great for a rookie. I'm going to give him a solid. Nick Chubb. This is the one that's probably going to trigger a lot of people. Elite! Yes, I think Nick Chubb is elite. I think Nick Chubb is a top 5 running back in the league, 100%. I understand he's not the best receiving back. There's really no arguing that. If you want to try and tell me that he's a good receiving back, I'll call you a liar myself. But as a pure running back in the league, I mean, he is just a smaller version of Derrick Henry. That's basically all he is. But they're both physical bowling balls that just fucking flatten anybody that stands in their way. Like, honestly, it's not a Cleveland Browns game if Nick Chubb doesn't break out for a 75-yard touchdown run at least one time. Next up, we got McCaffrey. That's another one. No question about it. Elite! Christian McCaffrey started 3 games this year and he had 374 all-purpose yards and 6 fucking touchdowns. Up next, we got James Conner. Oh man. You know, I'm gonna give him solid. James Conner, I never ever know what's going on with him. I feel like every time I watch a Steelers game, he's sitting on the bench and Benny Snell is running the football and he looks pissed off that he's not playing. And when he does play, he performs at a pretty decent level. Like, I would definitely say James Conner is solid. I honestly don't really know what the fuck goes on with him. Up next, we got Delvin Cook. I don't need to talk much about this. Elite! Up next, we got David Montgomery. Now, David Montgomery is someone I've shit on from time and time again. I just have never ever found anything interesting about him at all. But I'm gonna give him credit where it's due. He had like 1,000 yards this year. I think he had almost 500 receiving yards. I'm gonna put him above average. All right, next up we got J.K. Dobbins, another rookie who had a solid showing when he came up. I just need to see more out of him. Next up we got Kenyon Drake. He's a solid back. I can't give him above average. I'm definitely not gonna give him not ideal. He ended up having a really good year. He just had a horrendous start. Next up, we got his backup, Chase Edmonds. Not ideal, not because he's bad, but because he is Kenyon's backup. All right, next up, we got Austin Eckler. Above average, damn near elite. You can argue that with me if you want. This guy is so fucking good. He gets paid Skittles, too. He gets paid nothing to be as good as he is. I mean, sure, you can look at his rushing stats and be like, oh, he's not that great of a running back. He almost had 1,000 fucking receiving yards in 2019 with the Chargers. Next up, we got Leonard Fournette. I'm going to put him above average, too. I hated Leonard Fournette coming into this year. I talked a lot of shit about him. I still think he is a fat whale. But playoff Lenny? Okay, you earned it, buddy. I respect you. Up next, we got Frank Gore. It's not, Frank, it's not because of, it's your age. It's your goddamn age, dude. You're 40. I mean no disrespect to Frank Gore at all by doing this. All right, next up we got Myles Gaskin. Now he's an interesting one that I didn't get to see a whole lot. I am going to put Myles Gaskin in not ideal, nothing to do with his fucking skill at all. I just literally don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to the Dolphins. I know he was hurt for a little bit too. I just literally don't know. Up next, we got Antonio Gibson. If I could have a little category over here that said potentially the fucking future of the goddamn earth, I would put him right fucking there, but that's not a category. I'm giving him a solid right now. I wish I could put him above average. I can't. I would be so unfair if I did that. Next up, we got Damian Harris. I'm going to put him in the not ideal category, just I don't know really. He did look kind of good when I watched him play, but it's the Patriots, and they have like a fucking 5 running back game plan every game. All right, moving on. Next, we got Derrick Henry, the king himself. We don't need to talk about it.
Elite!
All right, now we got Nyheim Hines. I feel bad doing this. I'm going to put him in not ideal just because of the fact of production. He's starting behind Jonathan Taylor and possibly Marlon Mack if he returns to the Colts next year. Next up, we got Kareem Hunt. He is above average. I have half a heart to put him in elite, but he just doesn't get the carries that he used to, obviously, because he kicked a girl in the head. Can't do that, Kareem. Can't do that. Up next, we got Big Truss. Not ideal. You're old as fuck, Mark. I love you to death. Jesus Christ. If he came to Buffalo, I would be so happy.
I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo.
Mark Ingram can still go in the red zone. He's still the same Mark Ingram he always has been in the red zone. But other than that, Big Truss is winding down a little bit. All right, Josh Jacobs, above average. Yes, sir. David Johnson, not an ideal situation, my friend. I am sorry. Aaron Jones, he is above average. I talked a lot of shit about him too. I called him really red zone dependent and a bunch of stuff at the beginning of the year. Well, he crammed that in a ball and shoved it down my throat. He's a pretty good running back. All right, up next we got Mr. Alvin Kamara. I hate him more than life itself, but I can't ignore the facts. Sir, you are
Elite!
Up next we got J.D. McKissick, not an ideal situation. I know that he wasn't that bad this year, but I can't help but imagine his production is just going to continue to plummet as Antonio Gibson takes over the entire earth. All right, Melvin Gordon, I'm sure I'm going to take a lot of heat for this one, but Mr. D-Dub himself is going to go into solid. Melvin Gordon's not bad. I don't think he's above average right now, though. Mostert, whatever the hell, however the hell you say his name, I'm putting right next to Melvin Gordon. I know he can be great, but he is hurt all the time, and you seriously never know who is running the ball in San Francisco. Could be him, it could be Tevin Coleman, it could be Jerick McKinnon, it could be Jeff Wilson Jr. Hell, at one point last year, I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan himself suited up and ran a couple plays. Next up is Joe Mixon, and he is above average. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, he gets hurt a lot, but he's still really fucking good when he does play. It's all just on how they use him. Some games they show up and they decide they don't want to use Joe Mixon, and bad things happen. And when they do use Joe Mixon, good things happen. It's fucking weird. All right, next up we got Phillip Lindsay. I will, however, give him solid. Basically, he splits carries with Melvin Gordon anyway, and when he does need to play, he can play. Next up, we got the man, James Robinson. He is above average. Yeah, I know, he was a rookie. He also had like 1,300 all-purpose yards and damn near won the Rookie of the Year. He was fucking fantastic this year. All right, up next we got Ronald Jones. I'm going to put him right in solid. The only reason I do that is because one game Ronald Jones is above average, the next game he's fucking terrible. There's no in-between with the guy. Miles Sanders, solid as well. Haven't got to see you a whole lot. If you'd play a little bit more, I would love to put you up here. I was too nice to David Johnson. I'm going to move him to garbage so Frank can have a friend. Up next, we got Devin Singletary. Now, I could call him garbage, but he's not. He's literally just not. They just don't use him. The one year that he was a rookie in Buffalo actually did somewhat use him as a running back in their game. He averaged 5 yards a carry. That's pretty fucking good. Next up, we got DeAndre Swift. I actually did like what I saw out of him. Other than his week 1 drop that lost the Lions the game, I thought he looked pretty solid this year.
Done. 11 seconds to go. Stafford downfield, and his pass is dropped by Swift. He was in the...
Oh my...
Jonathan Taylor, very above average. He had a fantastic year. Next, we got Todd Gurley. I'm really hesitant to even do this. I'm just going to give him a solid. Dude, Todd Gurley's young, but he's deteriorating already. Last but not least, we got Zeke. Oh, I hate Zeke. Part of me wants to have a big heart and put Zeke in the elite category still, but I can't do it. I'm going to put him above average just because he stepped back a little bit this year and he had a bad fumbling problem, but it wasn't all his fault because his O-line was also dog shit. And there you guys have it. That is the official WyattzWorld 2020 NFL running back tier list. Alright everybody, that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, just let me know like you did in the cornerbacks one and I'll try to get back to you. Also, anybody who plays Epic Games or Fortnite or anything on it, I have a creator code now. Just use code WyattzWorld. I'm not sure what it does, but yeah, just do it. The time that this video is being recorded, I'm also going to be recording and editing a Diablos gameplay pretty much within the same hour. So if you guys see this video, I'm not sure if you're going to get this one or the Diablos video first, but be patient. I can guarantee you, much like I said in that other video, the video that I don't show next time will be the one that comes right after it. But anyway guys, thank you so much again. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.